Everyone online seems to love Portugal. Cheap, safe, beautiful. Some even call it the best country in Europe. But when a place gets this popular, there's usually something people stop talking about. So is Portugal actually worth it? Or is it just hype? Portugal has exploded in popularity over the last few years. Tourists, expats, and digital nomads from all over the world seem to be drawn to it, all searching for the same thing: a better quality of life, great weather, and an easier way of living. And on paper, it sounds perfect. Beautiful cities, coastal views, historic streets, and a reputation for being affordable and relaxed. But the real experience depends on one thing most people don't consider before booking. And if you miss it, Portugal can feel very different from what you expect once you're actually there. Most people imagine Portugal as slow, sunny, and affordable, a place where life moves at an easy pace, cities feel relaxed, locals are friendly, and everyday living doesn't feel rushed or expensive. It's often described as one of the easiest countries in Europe to enjoy. And that version of Portugal does exist. You can still find calm streets, quiet cafes, and a strong sense of community, especially outside the main tourist zones. But it's not everywhere. Lisbon and Porto, in particular, are much busier than they used to be. Tourism has grown fast, and with it, prices have gone up. Rent, food, and everyday expenses are higher than many visitors expect. Popular neighborhoods feel crowded most of the year, not just during peak season. Portugal didn't change overnight, but tourism slowly changed how it feels. And that's where expectations start to break. Despite all of that, Portugal still gets a lot right. First, safety. Portugal is one of the safest countries in Europe, and that alone changes how travel feels. You can walk around cities without constant tension, explore neighborhoods without overthinking every move, and generally feel at ease wherever you go. That sense of security creates a quieter, more relaxed experience from the very beginning. Second, the pace of life. Outside the major tourist zones, life genuinely slows down. Shops close in the afternoon, conversations aren't rushed, and meals are meant to be enjoyed, not squeezed between plans. People take their time, and that rhythm naturally pulls you into a calmer way of moving through the day. And third, natural beauty. Portugal offers coastlines, small towns, and simple landscapes that don't try to impress you with grandeur. They don't compete for attention. They just exist. And somehow, that's exactly what makes them special. Portugal feels human-sized, and for many people, that matters more than constant excitement. Now let's talk about the other side. Portugal is not as cheap as it used to be, especially in its major cities. Lisbon and Porto, in particular, have seen significant price increases over the last few years. What was once considered a budget-friendly destination in Western Europe now feels much closer to the European average, and in some cases, even higher than people expect. Housing is one of the biggest issues. Apartments are competitive. Short-term rentals have pushed prices up, and long-term options are harder to find. For locals, this creates real pressure because salaries haven't increased at the same pace as the cost of living. And travelers feel it too, whether through higher accommodation prices or fewer affordable options in central areas. But there's something else people don't mention as often. Portugal can feel slow, not relaxed slow, not the charming, laid-back pace people imagine, but inefficient slow. Simple processes take longer than expected. Paperwork, customer service, or even small daily tasks can require patience. Things don't always work on a schedule, and follow-ups are often needed. For some travelers, especially those used to efficiency and structure, that becomes frustrating very quickly. What initially feels like taking it easy can turn into wasted time and lost energy. And if you arrive expecting everything to be effortless, that gap between expectation and reality can shape your entire experience in ways you didn't anticipate. Compared to Spain, Portugal often feels quieter and more reserved. There's less constant movement, fewer spontaneous moments, and a calmer energy overall. But that also means it can feel less dynamic, especially if you enjoy cities that are always buzzing with activity and social life. Compared to Italy, Portugal feels simpler. The architecture is more modest, the food is less theatrical, and daily life doesn't come with the same sense of drama or intensity. There are fewer grand gestures, fewer moments designed to impress at first glance. But that simplicity is intentional. Portugal doesn't overwhelm you with noise, crowds, or non-stop stimulation. It doesn't demand your attention at every corner. Instead, it gently asks a different question. How much stimulation do you actually need to feel satisfied? And for the right traveler, that question becomes the most important part of the experience. So who actually loves Portugal? Portugal is worth it if you value calm over excitement. If you enjoy a slower rhythm, quieter streets, and days that aren't packed with plans, the country can feel incredibly comfortable. It's also ideal if you appreciate small routines and simple pleasures. Morning coffee at the same cafe, familiar walks, long meals, and a lifestyle built around consistency rather than novelty. Portugal works well for people who don't need constant entertainment. You don't have to be doing something all the time to feel fulfilled. Many days feel ordinary in the best possible way, and that sense of normality is what draws people in. On the other hand, Portugal may not be worth it if you want fast-paced cities or expect luxury at low prices. And if you get bored without stimulation, events, nightlife, or constant activity, the calm can start to feel limiting rather than peaceful. This is where most disappointment comes from, not prices, not crowds, but lifestyle mismatch. So, is Portugal the best country in Europe? For some people, the answer is yes, absolutely, but not because Portugal is exciting in the traditional sense and not because it's as cheap as it once was. Those aren't the reasons people stay or fall in love with it. Portugal stands out because it's balanced. Life feels manageable. Days don't feel rushed, but they don't feel empty either. There's enough to do, enough beauty, and enough structure to feel comfortable without being overwhelming. Portugal rewards people who know exactly what they're looking for. When expectations match the lifestyle, it can feel like the perfect place to be. Remember, before you book anything, make sure it's worth the trip. And if this video helped you see Portugal more clearly as a destination, leave a like and subscribe for more honest travel insights. I'll see you in the next one.